They're like my favorite podcast to listen to.
Get a sound check.
All right.
Yeah!
You have you laughing all over this thing.
Dude, I love them.
Here we go! It's the Tryforce.
If you die on the podcast, you die for real.
Oh, good. I think I'll just exit.
Yeah, quit the game.
Yeah. Okay. So,
And most importantly, stay alive.
okay, just play the outro music. We'll all die.
In parentheses, 2006.
In parentheses, 2000. They never actually said that in the movie, though.
No, but it was, I promise you, for the trailer, it was said multiple times.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
And that's the only thing that I saw of this movie, which was the trailer. I did not see this film in theaters. I did not pursue this film on
God,
DVD
no.
or streaming until
no.
today, until 2020.
I was 13 years old when that movie came out, and I was at peak video game nerdness, and I saw that steaming pile of garbage of a movie, and I'm like, I wouldn't see that if you paid me.
In theaters?
No.
Wait, okay, you said you saw it.
I saw that it existed,
Okay, yeah, facts.
I was like, yeah. I was like, no, absolutely
that's valid.
not. It was garbo. So I can't wait to talk about it, though, because
I can.
I mean, we were kind of spitballing beforehand, and good God, is there a lot to say about this movie? Or
There is and there isn't.
I feel like it depends on how you go about talking about it. Is there a lot to talk about in sense of what the movie's about? No. Do I have a lot of things to say about this movie? Yes.
Yes. Welcome to the Tryforce podcast, everybody.
It's a spooky podcast.
Oh, it's the spookiest.
It's spooky, but also we have a first going on with this podcast.
Yes, we do.
Which is, we were not the first time we've been requested to do something, but the first time we've been requested to talk about a movie and B, something live action.
Yeah, this is the first. I think this is the first live action thing we've ever done.
Wow, I hadn't really thought of that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Seinfeld episode win. I'm kidding.
Oh, fuck.
I'm kidding. Good God.
No, I was so locked into the fact of I'm just fresh off the viewing of Stay Alive 2016.
Yeah, you literally just
26.
finished watching it, right?
Yeah, before I came here. So I'm still jumbled, but man, what a steaming pile of shit.
Yeah, no, this was a lot. This was a lot. I texted you guys being, what the fuck, what wild ride did I just go on? And I meant it. I really meant it.
Should I beep our thread here?
Yeah, oh my God. Rain and I were having a side conversation because we didn't want to spoil it for you, God forbid.
It was good.
Hold on. Can I read our side conversation, Rain?
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that?
Oh my God, our fucking conversation, yeah.
So, Rain, the goth girl's name is October. Come on. Were all movies this bad in 2006? I'm still not over it. Rain.
My response of just, dude, I was crying. Me, I hope Frankie Muniz lives. Me, at the end, pleasantly surprised.
I'm like, and then I'm like, I don't think Frankie Muniz is allowed to die on screen.
Dude, my notes for this movie are literally just, and then my boy Frankie Muniz does.
Pretty much. And also, I'd like to go on record and say Abigail is either the worst actor of all time or an actual person that grabbed off the fucking street.
Whoa.
Relax. You know what I mean? She was, okay, not of all time. No, but definitely top 30.
The scene at the end with the roses.
Yeah.
I was like, come on now. Are we really doing this?
Yeah,
Okay.
ridiculous.
So in our group chat, is you were asking for the name of the movie, and then 11:23 a.m. you say, this is extremely 2000s. Holy shit. Rain, 1:19 p.m. Zach, I need you to know that this movie is an entire ride.
Literally, I didn't know what else to say.
Man.
This movie, this felt like a straight to DVD movie.
Nightmare.
Something you'd be offered for free on a flight and you wouldn't even watch it. It's just,
Yeah.
So
I'm going to knock on people. Go.
Wait, just so you guys know how bad this movie was, do you know where I watched it off of?
Yeah, shout him out.
Motion.
Shout him out. Shout out to my boy Daily Motion.
Oh man!
Shout out to my girl October.
Oh my god!
All right. So
Do they even like know what a goth girl is?
No.
Do they know what a goth is?
They spent a moment.
Do they know what a person
you know what a goth
is?
girl is?
I actually looked up the budget for this movie.
Oh,
and
God.
I will tell you guys the budget for this movie when it comes when it's appropriate.
It comes into play.
When it comes into play and when I feel it's appropriate.
But I do believe Rain is going to regale us with the plot synopsis of their POV of Stay Alive 2006.
So this is normally when we do these kinds of things, someone will read like it from the Wikipedia. I'm not doing that. This is straight up my point of view of what happened in the movie.
God bless.
Exactly as it happened. So these are my straight up just reactions.
Colton, I have a proposal.
Yes.
For when you're editing this. Rain, before you start.
Okay.
Why don't we just let them read everything they have prepared, and you put some spooky music under it,
But like,
and then we react.
All right, I mean,
Okay, just to keep the spooky vibe.
we could put the. Okay, I have an
Think about
idea.
it.
Wait.
Maybe every time they cut, you cut the music as well. Yeah.
Oh man, I think that'd be fun. Let's do it. I'm in agreement. Let's do it.
Okay.
I like how we're
you guys
making our
ready?
editor's notes in the middle of the fucking podcast. That's how to record.
This is how we do it.
This is
This
it.
is what separates us from the Garden Variety podcast.
So if you'll see in my email, let's
Gotta
do it.
grow roses in that garden.
Oh my fucking god.
I don't ever
Okay.
want to see a rose again.
All right.
Here we go.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for
Absolutely.
this?
No, but go
I'm
on.
no, but let's do it.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to start you off with the start of my notes. So you've got this guy. He's playing a video game, first person, amazing, fantastic. He died a terrible goddamn death immediately. Who let this man beta test? Anyway, you have this dude. He's getting all spooked out. He's playing a game at night. This is pretty valid. He died. And what happened later that night? He dies the same way the character died in the game. That's a little fucked up, isn't it? I wouldn't know. Before he dies, he goes and he's like getting all scared, and he goes into his roommate's room without knocking for some reason. And they're having some very weird sex with like a pig mask. And then he's like, hey, I saw you guys in the game I was playing. You guys died really horribly. And they're like, dude, we haven't played the game in hours. What are you talking about?
I didn't know Demon Slayer came out in 2006.
It did.
Jeez.
And then later that night, the man, Danganronpa style, hung by a chain and dies.
Oh yeah.
Like straight up, right out of Danganronpa, that chain snatched him, pulled him through a banister, and I sat there going, wow, this is fucking wild. Like, what the fuck, man? We're gonna cut, right? Okay, so movie cuts right from the murder. We cut to an office. This man Hutch, at his job, going to go talk to his boss, somehow getting onto the topic of Silent Hill 4. Do I know how they got there? No. Are they there? Yes.
They're sure there.
While he's talking to his boss, he gets a call informing him that his BFF has died. This is our lost soldier, the man who died the previous night.
Let me just. That guy's name is Loomis, by the way.
I had no names except Hutch.
Unbelievable.
Loomis is spelled, by the way, Loomis.
Yeah.
You know, let him live. That's his name.
Cyrus and Zane up in here.
And like they put it in the FBI database. That's his legal name. What the fuck
his
kind of name
name.
is Loomis? Anyway.
Moving on.
All right. His friend, Loomis, had called him the night he died to come play the video game that killed him, but he was like, nah, man, we'll hook up this weekend, though. We cut to the funeral where he meets this girl, but I forgot her name, but, you know.
She doesn't have one.
She was blonde. They exchange numbers for some reason. And then our fallen soldier, his sister comes over and is like, hey, Hutch, here's this video game bag. I'm not allowed to play it. They're too violent. When I was your age, kid, I was playing Resident Evil, so I really don't know what's happening here.
Word.
I don't understand why at a funeral. You're gonna just be like, here are some violent video games.
Man.
Also, I think the blonde girl's name is Abigail.
It is.
No one-
I thought you were talking about the sister. I'm so sorry.
No, I was talking about the blonde chick.
I cannot wait to dig into this scene.
Into what, the scene coming up?
No, the fucking funeral scene.
Oh my
Holy
god,
shit.
yeah. Okay. After the funeral, our main man, who is now Hutch and no longer Loomis, meets up with his friends, goth girl named October, and her brother, Phineas. I have some questions about who named them, but that is for a later date.
Let's wait till we get to Frankie
Probably the
Muniz.
same probably the same person who named Loomis.
Probably. They ask him what's in the bag, and he's like, oh, some photos and a games or whatever. You know, inside is a photo album of him as a kid with the guy, a lighter, which scares him because he's afraid of fire, and a bunch of bibliobames, including everyone's favorite classic horror game, Stay Alive.
Resident Evil 4.
Man.
Yeah, they discuss that the dead guy, and in my notes I put, who I now know his name is Loomis, because that's when they tell me his name. It was playtesting this game. They decide that since they are not supposed to have it, that they should play it.
Classic.
Hutch, the only one with a brain in his head, goes, maybe we shouldn't. That's a little weird that he died playing this game. But is convinced to do so by Phineas by saying something along the lines of, but it could be X-rated. Just take that as you will.
I really hated that guy.
My favorite scene in the entire movie is this next scene. Just want to clarify that when I read these. We cut to Hutch's apartment, where we see that this man is straight up cleaning red Solo cup. He does not have regular glassware. This man is cleaning Solo cups in his sink. I have not stopped thinking about this for the whole day. It's all I can think about.
Listen, you know what? The struggle bus takes all kinds.
It really does. But do you know who shows up? My boy Frankie Muniz. I think his character's name is Swink.
Swick. It's Swick.
No, it's Swink.
Is it Swink?
It's Swink.
I thought it was Swick this entire time.
Like wink with an S at the beginning.
No, it is not.
Swink.
Yeah.
Like what
but my boy.
What does that even mean? Oh my god!
It doesn't matter. Because for the rest of my notes, he is just
Swink?
known as my boy Frankie Muniz.
Swink?
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
And like, considering that the other guy's name was Loomis, we have no reason to believe that Swink isn't actually his name.
Let's run down the list. We've got Hutch,
That's what I'm saying.
Abigail, who probably has the most normal name.
Abigail has the most normal name here.
Phineas,
That's true. It's really true.
October, man.
and Swink.
Like,
Phineas. Don't forget about Phineas.
We got him.
I got him.
Can you imagine Swink's parents, like, just in the delivery room as their beautiful bouncing baby boy is born, and just Swink's mom looking at her baby's eyes and just marveling at the creation that is made in front of her, and goes, "I know what I shall call this child."
Swink.
Swink.
Like, what would you like to name your baby? And she like accidentally sneezes. Like,
Oh my god!
Well, we love to see it. You guys ready to
after the
you guys ready to power
Frankie
through?
Muniz jump scare, what happens next?
For real.
All right. So the rest of the crew comes over, and Abigail. I don't know why Abigail is there, but she is.
She's just a homie now, I guess.
They set up a game night to play Stay Alive, and I have some questions about this setup they have, because I don't know if they have one copy of the game and multiple TVs, or if Loomis just had every copy of Stay Alive imaginable
I have
for them all to play.
I don't know. Maybe it was like a classic LAN party where like they could stream it or like share it to other PCs or some shit.
That's like a.
Well,
it was
I
like a
would
6
say
player.
that. I would say it was a classic LAN party, but you know who they bring in? They remote in Hutch's boss,
Yeah.
and he's playing the game too.
Yeah.
and he's at the office.
You remember when Swink was like, yo, this voice activated thing is so next gen, but they're literally playing a 6-player game in 2006. Remember that?
Right. Yeah, online.
More or less. Like,
so wild. They go on to say that they don't know anything about this game except for the fact that they aren't supposed to have it. From this, I do believe that whatever happens next is deserved, because this is stealing. The game starts us out on the prayer of Elizabeth. The game doesn't move forward until they read the prayer aloud, to which my boy Frankie Muniz says, "There's no way it's voice activated. That's advanced gaming." It was voice activated.
It wasn't advanced gaming. We had that shit in the early 90s.
This isn't regular gaming.
This is advanced gaming.
The NES had that shit.
No, Colton, shut up. This is advanced. My boy Frankie Muniz said so. Okay?
Where's your voice-activated 6-player video game in 2006, Colton?
Yeah, really,
can your
Colton,
precious Star Fox do that?
Oh, yes, it can.
No, it can't.
Yes, it can. Star Fox Command.
Okay. Anyways, they all read the prayer aloud together, and I'm convinced they sold their souls to Satan. At this point, they get to customize their characters. The customization in this game is fucking crazy, and they all look exactly like their customized character. How the fuck this game did that? Amazing. They didn't have that shit in 2006 when I played video games.
Oh, yeah. No,
While
they did not.
they're customizing their characters, they get a voiceover saying that since they all read the prayer aloud, they have agreed to die, which I thought was pretty valid. Like, just imagine, all right, Colt and Zach, come sit down. Let's all play this game. You have agreed to die. Oh, amazing. Like,
Man,
what the fuck?
I agreed to that a long time ago. Let's go.
They start up the game. And one enemy appears, and they're all babies. All of them are babies. They're all like, someone else do something about it. You started out with a fucking crossbow and a gun, and one of them has 2. Like, y'all are babies. They kill the ghost and learn that ghosts cannot cross over a wild rose.
Is that a
to
thing?
drop a rose in front of it so they can escape.
Yeah, Google that shit. I want to know. I want to know. Because they made one correct witch reference in this entire movie. Maybe that was the second one that we kind of glossed over. God, this movie hurts me. It physically hurts me.
The next thing that happens is Phineas is like, the game's fun, but it's really slow. Considering the fact that they have only had the game open for 5 minutes, sure. It immediately jumps to them all being chased through a graveyard.
Yeah, like with thousands of little ghosts.
Yeah, these fools split up. Hutch's boss, who I learned his name is Miller.
Yes.
Very late, but I learned his name. Goes into the underground and gets stabbed in the throat by who I am assuming is Elizabeth, which is wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
everyone else
the diary
is
of
still
Elizabeth.
Vibing. They're all alive.
They're just chilling out.
They quit the game for the night, and, wouldn't you know it, the boss man, Miller himself, dies. Stabbed to death in his office. Tragic.
Yeah, I have a lot about that scene we could talk about later.
All I'm getting is from Yahoo Answers, so I'm not going to dignify that by reading it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate or not, like witchcraft. I'm not sure.
Oh, man.
I should know, but I don't.
Okay.
So Miller's dead.
Yes, Miller is dead. So after they find out that Miller died, Phineas finds Miller's body in the game, also stabbed to death. Hutch finds this very off-putting, while Phineas claims they should respect Miller's passing by continuing to play the game. They all leave Phineas behind because fuck that noise. That's fucked up, Phineas.
Yeah, fucking, man, this guy sucked.
Yeah.
He sucked so hard, man.
He was funny exactly once. Which was when he was
literally one time.
when in this scene when he's slumped over and they think he's dead and he's really just ripping a bong. I was like, yes, that is hilarious.
Yeah, they got a chuckle out of me. My boy Frankie Muniz theorizes that, hey, maybe if people die in the game, they die for real.
There it is.
They all run back to check on Phineas, who is not dead, but
Who
instead he is smoking.
I could imagine you writing that down, like just Phineas, who is like you're watching the scene, and he pops up, not dead.
Yeah,
He's got
like,
got the pencil
wow, he's
in
not dead.
Oh no! Like just you wrote like Phineas is dead. He pops up. You just put the little carrot there. Just not.
That's it. That's literally it. To the shock of literally no one, Phineas dies later. He gets hit by the black carriage Elizabeth rides around in.
Oh god, the CGI for that scene.
IRL gets his car stuck and tells everyone where he is. As they go to get him, they tell him he'll be fine. He hadn't died in the game.
Yeah.
When they find his car and dead body, they find his laptop with the game running, showing that he died, hit by the carriage. Hutch tries to tell the cops that the game is killing people, but they kind of call him sus.
I mean,
One of the cops plays the game and immediately dies. And he's freaking out, and they're like, if we find you at another murder scene, we're taking you in. Which is valid because, like, honestly, if Colton, if you came up to me and you were like, dude, this game is killing people, I would be like, sir, put your hands behind your back.
You taking any drugs tonight, sir?
I swear I was just playing Star Fox 64 and just a UFO came and blew up half my house.
Family is dead. Right, okay.
All right. Get the ambulance.
It was the Space Fox, I tell you.
We're gonna need a couple more sets of handcuffs.
Oh man.
They split up again because we didn't learn anything from the first time the gang splits up, right? Where Hutch and Abigail go to Loomis's house because they're gonna find out who made the game. And October and your boy Frankie Muniz go to Hutch's apartment to learn about spooky witch stuff. While that's happening, the cop who had played the game is found dead in his car after going to a really off-brand GameStop.
It was like, what, Games and More?
I didn't even see it.
I
didn't even pay enough attention.
Place.
It was definitely a GameStop that they just put fucking signs over.
It's 2006. It was a Game Crazy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Crazy or a KB Games.
KB Games.
Yeah, that's
Play and
what that
Trade.
was.
Oh man.
October and Frankie Muniz find out that to apparently get rid of the spirit of Elizabeth, they have to put 3 nails into her, one in her head, I think one in her chest, and one somewhere else. I wasn't paying attention. And set her blood on fire, which I think is a little kinky.
Like, what?
Spicy take. I agree.
Thank you. The cops then show up to Hutch's apartment. I don't know how they went, this cop died in his car with absolutely no fingerprints or proof or anything that it was Hutch, and just showed up at his apartment.
Yeah.
They all decide to meet at Loomis's house, but October decides she needs a cigarette break, goes off on her own, and faces Elizabeth, dying in the process. It is here that we find out that the game will continue to play on its own, even if the players are not there. I think that's a little wild.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was certainly a plot point.
It
was certainly a plot point, but like...
That explains what happened to Phineas!
Was it a good one?
It was not a good plot point.
No. I don't think this movie had any good plot points.
Yeah, the ending.
The good news is
the ending, the credits.
We're almost getting to the end of my notes, which is great.
Oh, cool.
I have like 2.5 more paragraphs to read. Okay. So because of October's death, they go and they're running away and they go to find the place where the game was made. And wow, amazing. It's where Elizabeth's tower is in the game. My boy, Frankie Muniz, decides one of them needs to play decoy in the game. That way, the players aren't at a disadvantage. But he also finds out that the house is in the game and can direct Hutch around the building. While he's directing Hutch to find the tower, I forgot the blonde girl's name again in my notes. Her name is Abigail, but I just wrote Blondie almost dies, and my boy finds her in the game and uses roses to save her.
And not only that, but remember when he like needed a crowbar to get into the fucking he's like, let me just drop one of the game.
He just
and
dying lighted it and just dropped it.
Hold on, drops it on staircase in game. Is it on the stairs? I would have fucking shit myself.
It's locked. It's locked. I have a key.
I would have like thrown myself off the balcony.
And the whole time Hutch is like, this is fucking ridiculous, but yet it's working. Because while, they're doing that, the reason that Abigail almost dies is because she remembers, when we were playing this game, there was something behind this closet, and she goes in there and almost fucking dies. My boy Frankie Muniz leaves his game for a minute, and the ghost of Elizabeth shuts the car doors and tries to kill him. The best line in the entire movie is here, where he screams, "That's cheating, bitch. I didn't die in the game."
That was funny. I like that a lot.
I laughed. He ends up getting to the laptop to save himself in time, but the carriage starts to chase him anyway. He runs. This is real life. He's running. He falls into a rose bush, and Hutch and Abigail come up to the game screen and shows that he has died. This is where I call bullshit, because they literally just hit the plot point again of, if you're in roses, you can't die. The spirits won't bother you.
Yeah.
But it says game over and he died. Hutch and Abigail gather up the 3 nails and a bunch of roses to go to the tower. They use the roses to stop the carriage from attacking them. While they go into the tower, Abigail gets locked into a cell. Somehow, I don't actually know how that happened. Where she's crying and Hutch gives her the last rose to protect herself while she gives him the lighter to end it all. My problem with this is he's like, stay safe, don't do anything stupid, and she sits down and decides to play he loves me not with the rose, and then Elizabeth almost kills her because she doesn't have a rose. Luck is on her side, though, because just as she's about to die, Hutch puts the last nail into Elizabeth's corpse's head.
Yeah.
She does get up, though, and immediately tries to kill him. He uses the reflection on his laptop.
Alienware, please.
Love that. This episode's sponsored by Alienware.
To make Elizabeth see that she's grown old. This causes Elizabeth to scream, and while this is happening, he sets the room on fire. Elizabeth and my boy, Frankie Muniz, comes in and saves him from the fire, and they escape. The movie ends with the game Stay Alive being mass-produced and sent to game stores.
Oh, wow.
That's the entire movie, according to me.
Holy shit.
Oh, Twitter, I hope you're fucking happy. Oh, man. That was, okay, so it was, I just want to say, I have exuded so much willpower in staying quiet this entire time, because God,
Sure
do I want to chew this movie apart so badly.
I'm ready. Please give me your opinion.
Why don't we all present our takes, shall we?
Please, let's start. You know what? Let's start at the beginning with our boy Loomis.
All right. I would like to. Can I make the starting point?
Please.
With our boy Loomis here. Loomis, whatever his name is. I really love that he immediately has a dream about this game right after he plays it, is freaking the fuck out. But if you saw your 2 friends' avatars die in a game, and then you opened the bedroom door that they were in and saw them dead in the same manner, why would you run towards where the balcony is? I'm just wondering.
Well, I feel like that. okay, I kind of understand because
Like the entrance to the house.
there's panic.
Yeah.
You know, you're panicking.
No, there's panic, but I would have just been like, fuck, kill me too, but like maybe not like this.
Yeah, I mean,
You would just accept your death.
let's go back before
Probably.
they were fucking brutally murdered. So he was playing this game and he's like, he goes and knocks on their door because he hears sounds going on. Actually, he doesn't knock on the door. He just fucking
No, he
barges
just
in.
opens the
Just
door.
opens the door. They are in full sex mode. Like, this guy's got a pig mask
What
on.
was the need for
He
the
has
pig
the
mask?
pig mask.
What was
What
the
the
need?
fuck? There was no need for it.
What woman is sexually aroused by a man in a pig mask?
I don't. None I want to
think-
meet.
Funny enough, why is that the one character's name I remember? Her name was Sarah. Like, what the fuck, Sarah? I got questions.
Sarah needs
Sarah's
a.
into some shit.
Sarah's into some shit, and like what was it? What did he say? He's just like,
I saw you guys in the movie.
he's like, I'm sorry, guys, the game. And she's like, no, close the door.
This is a
Like,
completely normal situation.
like I cannot handle that. If like, man, that almost made me want to turn the movie off immediately. So he
This
goes
is like 30 seconds in, though.
literally 30 seconds.
And my favorite is what he says when he goes, "You guys got it bad in the game."
Oh yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm kind of in the middle of
What
something.
made you think that in the middle of them like doing it, you had to say that to them?
Like that would be like Zach.
Oh, boy.
Like, if you had
I don't want to.
intruded upon me and my girlfriend,
Oh, no.
and you're just like, yo, I just pulled something from this Legend of Duelist pack.
Yo, man, you see these synchros? Dude,
Yo, I just got Winged Dragon Iran.
kind of in the middle of something here.
Oh God.
Not good. Not
So,
good.
We already went over the fact that he got fucking hoisted up over his balcony.
You want to talk about the funeral scene, don't you?
I want to talk about the funeral scene so badly because I was laughing so hard at this whole scene. Abigail is a fucking prick. Abigail is like this, like the creepiest person in the entire movie.
Yeah.
She doesn't know anybody at the funeral.
Yeah.
She has no idea who any of them are, and she's just taking pictures of sad people the whole time on a camera that looks like it could be circa 1835.
I feel like candids at a funeral is a pretty dick move.
It's a very dick move, and not only
And
that,
what she says to him when she takes his picture,
oh my God, it was like
she's like, "There's so many people here that are crying, and yet you seem the saddest." What the fuck does that
you
mean?
seem the saddest, but you're not crying. What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'd just be like, this is a funeral, you know?
This is what happens at a funeral.
Jesus, man.
Oh my God.
And then he ends up, like, falling in love with her, so I guess it must have worked. I guess that was the game, man.
God.
Weird.
It was
The
just...
forced heterosexuality that I had to witness here, but also like they weren't even really. She lied about 98% of the things she said to him.
Oh God, it was awful. Just...
Was that supposed to be a plot point?
Oh, sorry. I'm getting like a bunch of Discord notifications,
Yeah,
but
it's
good
like-
God.
What's happening here?
That is... Oh my Lord. She's... Oh, ay, ay, ay. And then, remember the little sister that came out?
With the video game bag?
Loomis's little sister?
Yeah.
I'm just going to call her Boomis.
Broomis.
Broomis. Broomis, because she had the acting potential of a fucking broom. Like, that was definitely a child that they pulled off the street like 10 minutes before filming. And they're like, oh, fuck, we need a little sister for like 4 minutes. Hey, you kid, you want to be in a movie? Like, it was the most deadpan, non-interested person I've ever seen in my entire life. She's like, here's this bag, by the way. Hutch, right? This is a bag of video games that my brother liked. They're too violent. I don't want to play them. But he would want you to have them. I was going to get rid of them, but he wants you to have them.
And that's it.
That was it. That was all we got from that.
The entire plot and significance of that character.
And like, but the way she delivered the lines, like, she was... Like, she had just read them right before getting on camera. That was the first time she was seeing it at all.
And action.
No idea what this movie's about. And she's just like, okay, I'm going home.
They gave her like $50. They were like, here's $50 cash.
Here's a crisp grant. Get out of here.
Crisp grant and an IMDb credit. Get out of here. Oh my lord, but that was the funniest shit. So he gets this bag of video games. He takes it back to Swink October, who I presumed was his girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that kind of dropped off immediately.
Yeah.
But she was also very jealous of Abigail, so I was like, what the fuck
There was definitely some October Hutch sexual tension.
Very much so, immediately, but like nothing actually happened. So like then we meet October, we meet Phineas and Schwink. So oh god, I hope I never have to say these names again after this podcast, but
yeah.
Once again, his name is not Swink, it's my boy Frankie Muniz.
You will address him as Frankie Muniz.
Just Frankie Muniz as himself.
Deserves your respect, goddamn it.
TV's Frankie Muniz. Anyway, so they're all introduced at this like coffee shop or some shit like that.
I think it's a bar, but don't quote me
it's
on
like
that.
a bar or something
cares?
like that.
Honestly, who could give a shit?
I don't think it's brought up ever again after that one scene. But so they go and they get this game. It's called Stay Alive. It's got this fucking paper binding on it, like the same way that I would label my games when I tore apart the fucking packages because I was an impulsive 11-year-old. So like it was the sketchiest looking game I've ever seen in my life, and you know, who looks at that and goes, "This is the game that he was playing when he was murdered."
The only way to honor gamers is by gaming.
Only way to honor gamers is
It's honestly really when you guys die, whatever the last video game you played was, I'll play one for you, one round.
I'll make sure to play.
And it'll be Smash.
Nah, absolutely not. When I die, I want you both to run through Star Fox 64.
Great. Catch me not honoring your dying wish.
Catch me at 90 going, Colby!
Yo, the legend of Colby, bro.
It's gonna be me and my fiance. It's gonna be both of us in rocking chairs going, do you remember what was that guy's name I used to do a podcast with? And we're both gonna go back and forth naming everything except Colton.
I'm such a fan of Old Lady Rain. Those Snapchats kill me.
Oh yeah, those are amazing. Colby died 8 years ago.
It's literally just Angela and I going back and forth being like, when did Colton die?
Well, you and every other person I've met for more than 20 minutes.
That's gonna be us, and you're gonna be like, as a ghost going, play Star Fox 64, and we're gonna be like, no.
Do a barrel roll.
Son of a bitch.
I will do none of it.
I was about to say that. All right, move on. Continue.
Use the boost to get through. So now, where was I? We're at the Stay Alive. Yeah. You're becoming more like your father.
Oh my god.
So we got up to the part where they started playing Staying Alive.
You can tell by the way I use my rose.
I'm a witch's man, no time. No time to walk. Oh man. Anyway, so what happens is they get to what is this the part where they fucking started the LAN party, or did we meet Phineas's boss?
No, I mean
Hutch's boss.
They played this is the LAN party. They started playing.
Okay, so they started playing the LAN party. And they have to read that fucking prayer to start the game, and Frankie Muniz is like, wow, that's really advanced technology. Meanwhile, the NES had that shit like 1989.
Colton, it's advanced. Frankie Muniz said so.
You're right. You know what? Frankie Muniz's word is law.
He was set up as like the Uber nerd. Like he was set up as like the well, you guys, see over here.
Like he had that stupid upturned visor that every like
God.
You know what I mean?
Awful.
Jesus Christ. Like this movie up into this. You know what? I have a one criticism about it. We'll do that later. But the CGI in this movie,
oh my God,
was, I mean, for 2006, it was pretty like, yeah, it was
middling.
Yeah, it wasn't awful, but it was awful by today's standards.
Oh, sure.
But I mean, it was appropriate for a video game. You know, it was very appropriate for a 2006 PS2 era video game.
Yeah, they did put it into a PS2 at the end.
They did, which also symbolizes that the PS2 is evil. But I loved it.
You have a problem with PS2?
I do not have a problem with the PS2. I love the PS2. But it's an evil
right
system.
next to him.
It's an evil system. So, I will. Okay, what were we fucking talking about?
Land party.
I get so
the boss
lost in
is
this
about to
movie.
get killed.
Like, this movie is so unmemorable. I totally get
you
lost.
just watched it.
I know. That's the problem. So, like, what happens?
Colton saying it's unmemorable, but you know for a fact that we are going to meme on this
Oh,
for
we're
like the next 3 months. I'm going to be like, hey guys,
Invest in Stay Alive 2006 memes.
Could you-
Let's go. It's the month of October,
This
boys.
post was made by the Stay Alive gang. But so what happens is at this point, you know, you get that scene where they're all trying to kill the little ghost baby after they do the thing. It's like, oh, you kill it, you kill it, you kill it, and Hutch finally kills it, and it's just like, Finn is the one who's like, we should just blast through the game. Why doesn't he fucking kill it? So then they immediately start just charging the fucking cemetery with thousands of little ghosts. And just, oh man. And then my favorite part is when Miller's character gets killed. He's just like, oh no. He's just like, guys, I'm dead. Guys, I'm dead. It's just... He's about to leave his office. And Zach, you and I were talking about this scene
It's
before.
pretty good.
This is the only scene that genuinely gave me any kind of scare in the entire movie, because I have been in an office building in the middle of Manhattan at like 1 a.m. with all the lights off and no one there. It's scary as shit. I can imagine being the only one in an area like that. No. Why would you fucking play from your office? That is awful. That is a terrible idea.
but no, he did it because he lied to his wife.
Oh yeah, it's 2006. I forgot about that.
Don't lie to your partner.
Absolutely. You know, or just get a partner that, you know, allows you to play video games.
Allows you? Encourages you. to play
Yeah,
video
just
games.
like doesn't dunk on you for your hobbies. Like, anyway, so he's in his office.
I'd like to throw it out there just as quick, you know, get a partner that lets you play the video game, that encourages the video game, and that I am currently the only single member of the Tryforce podcast. So if you want to slip into my DMs, it's at Zach that way on Twitter. Go on.
Absolutely. So, basically, he goes out of his office and like he has all the fucking doors open. That is anxiety to me. No thanks. So he puts the game down. He walks out into the middle of his office, closes the door, and the door opens. It's like it's just such a shitty door opening sound.
God.
And they play it like 4 more times. So he goes and he closes the door, and it opens again. He turns around, and then there's like the shadow of Elizabeth in the background. Like, oh man. And he's just like walking back. He's just like, okay, hello. He closes the door again, and it opens back up, and it's just the same shitty, like, door.wave opening sound I have ever heard in my life. And then he gets, like, the Elizabeth comes out with the shears, and you just hear him go, oh, no! He just dies. Oh, man, it was the shittiest death I've ever seen in my life. So
it was great.
it was
I loved to see
amazing.
it.
I really, really enjoyed it. It was hilarious. But then the next day he goes into the office and there's police and shit there. And he's like, oh no, that's my friend, that's my boss. And it's just, then they find out that the cops sit him down. It's just like, so you talked to him like a few hours ago and you live 10 minutes away?
You must be the murderer.
You must be the murderer.
I really love that scene because the first one is like the first cop is like, whoa, hold off. Don't say that. But like, then he's just like, but we might have to talk to you again. And I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, like
Your mind.
collect
Like,
evidence,
or not.
perhaps. Like put DNA there, maybe. Like, oh my lord.
ACAB.
This for real, ACAB.
Literally ACAB.
ACAB in caps, please. Like, just, oh my god, that, wow. So we get that, and now they go back to their little hideout, and Hutch is just like, yo, I think this video game is killing people. And you said something in your notes, Zach, that fucking...
since we kind of have to wrap this up a little quickly, I'm gonna read mine as if it's a document, so I'll get to it.
Okay, but you said something in your notes that fucking murdered me.
Please.
Hutch believes that the video game kills people, but refuses to believe that Elizabeth was a person.
Oh my god, that is true.
He's like, you're crazy.
He really sat there and was like, no, the video game is killing people, but also it's not a ghost.
It can't be ghosts.
Couldn't possibly be a ghost.
But the video game is doing it.
Sure.
Oh my god. And
this
then,
laser disc is doing it.
And Phineas is just like, yo, we should honor Miller's life by playing the video game. And like everyone's like, you're an asshole, I'm out of here. And then he starts playing the game by himself. And then like they have that whole sequence where they're like, oh no, if you die in the game, you die for real.
There it is.
Finn! And then they run back and he's like slumped over his desk and he's like taking a bong rip. He's like, nope, I'm just taking a rip.
That's my man right there, bro.
I just love that he goes, you're crazy for thinking that the video game kills people. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
And then immediately gets fucked.
Unbelievable. And then we get the scene where he actually dies. Oh, God, that was so fucking funny, man.
Singing karaoke in his Pontiac.
Singing karaoke in his Pontiac Fiero. My God. What a good way to go. Am I the only one that fucking cackled when he got trampled by the fucking carriage?
I feel like I shouldn't have laughed, but like, I think it was really funny.
You definitely should have laughed because it was terrible.
It was way too, the throw was way too fast.
No good.
For somebody getting pummeled by horses,
relatively intact.
Yeah,
relatively intact dead body for being trampled by horses, yeah.
But like when you see the makeup and shit on him after that, it looks so much different than what they actually put on the ground.
Classic.
Oh god, it was
Imagine
so funny.
any continuity in this movie at all.
Imagine. And then October comes out. October's like, no, it's my brother.
Oh my god.
He was all I had left. And then she tries to fucking blame Hutch. Like, why did you bring this game into our lives? Bitch, what?
Phineas took it out of the fucking bag. He's the one who's like, yeah, we should play this sketchy ass video game.
Hutch was the only one who was like, nah, maybe we shouldn't. And like,
we could just play Mega Man. Like,
we could just play Mega Man. Oh my lord. And then she's like, she just goes fucking full action movie. We gotta end this now.
Oh, when she was like, I think my favorite part of that scene was when she turns around and she's like, somebody hit my brother with a horse and carriage. I'm gonna make them get hurt. And
I'm gonna hurt them.
Bitch, it's a ghost. Good fucking luck.
Oh,
and then she tries with the nail gun and I'm like, it's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
Definitely a ghost. Like, they just, oh my lord. I mean, at least I appreciate her trying. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
She was the only one that kind of knew what was happening. But again, with the nail shit, I don't know that at all. I don't know if that's a thing.
Well, she was the one who brought up the whole thing about you need to shoot and get the nails into the head and neck and
bringing
heart
up an
and whatever.
old fucking Salem witch manual, the witch's hammer. God. Oh my lord. But like, I love the simultaneous research that Swink and October. Oh god. I feel like
we have to get through it.
I have acid in my mouth.
We have to get through it. We've got to get through it.
Swink
for the people.
In October, we're doing research.
Frankie Muniz and Goth GF.
Frankie Muniz and Goth Girl were doing research, and I just can't believe that this simultaneously occurred. Could you imagine anyone doing anything remotely similar to this in real life? Like if we were playing Until Dawn.
No.
Like, if we were all sitting there and playing Until Dawn, and suddenly I started looking into all the fucking symbolism and shit like that, and like, no, Zach, you can't do that. It's going to kill you.
It's the Wendigos. Please don't eat your sister.
the native Long Island Wendigos.
Yeah, classic.
Classic.
Oh man,
The Wontodigos.
oh, they just got fucking Long Island Ducks uniforms and deer heads.
Quackers. Anyway.
Oh my god. So
Anyway, we got to get through this.
Yeah.
I know, I'm trying so hard. So I believe this is the point where October goes out for a smoke, which they never established she smokes at all. So, like, that was a really dumb reason.
It's implied goth girls be smoking the cigs,
This is
man.
not but they didn't. Not only that, but they didn't show her smoking at all.
That's true. Like,
why bring that
her
up?
brother just died. Let her have a Marlboro. Like, relax.
Or
Like,
just give her a better reason to go outside.
no. They needed an appropriately dumb reason for this
But
movie.
they also she didn't just go out for a smoke. She went for a smoke 3 fucking blocks away.
Yeah, that was. She went to go get the smokes and then have one.
Yeah,
Like,
having one on the way back.
oh my god! And like, then she goes into. Like, can you imagine the fucking audacity of this girl, knowing everything that you have gone through at this point? I think isn't the detective dead at this point?
The detective doesn't. The detective, the black guy.
No. The big tall
one, yeah.
fucking
He's
goon.
Yeah, that guy's dead by now.
Yeah, he's dead by now. So the detective just died. You're fugitives from the law because of a witchy video game that's murdering people.
Yeah.
And she has the audacity to look into a house completely under construction, see something move in there, and then go, "What's that?" And just go into the house. She's. Oh man!
I can see the life draining from your face.
Goth girls have no fear.
Oh, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. Go to your friends and then come back to the spooky house. Just have a backup plan.
And that ghost killed her brother. She was on some revenge shit.
Revenge is better if you're alive afterward. Like it's. Oh,
I'm agreeing.
God.
Man, like, if a ghosty, like, spirit killed, like, maybe not my family,
One of us.
like my fiance, or, like, one of you guys, if I died, but my revenge was, like, completed, I could go.
But it wasn't completed. She
Sure
fucked
wasn't.
up.
Like, she went in thinking, oh, okay, if I can just do this, it'll be fine. But she didn't do it. But, she had the spirit, and that's really what counts in the end.
Her revenge was bullying the ghost. Like, go fuck yourself. Yeah, scathing. Absolutely scathing.
She had the nail gun. It just didn't work.
Yeah, well, because it's a ghost. It's not the body.
Well, you never know.
They knew it was the body at this point. They knew that.
Yeah,
You
no,
never
it's
know.
a bad film.
But you also have to use 2006 logic.
Oh, man. Oh, I skipped over something because the detective is dead at this point. Are we just going to talk about that fucking GameStop? Are we going to talk about the GameStop?
I guess we are.
That fucking Pennywise motherfucker behind the counter looks like he just got done French kissing an electrical socket
Eraser
before
head looking ass. And not the good one, the bad movie.
Oh, he's like, what you're gonna need is this kind of game. Like, who the fuck is this crazy taxi announcer motherfucker? Like, what research did they do for that role?
He is relevant for that scene and the end.
He's just like the crypt keeper if he worked at your local game store. Who hired that man? Oh, wow.
The ghost, apparently.
The ghost did it. The ghost. And then they told
Elizabeth was on some next level shit.
Elizabeth was absolutely on some next level shit. So, I may have glossed over one tiny detail that I will say very importantly. Remember when Abigail says that she's like going to Princeton and her dad's like an architect?
Oh, yeah. Her entire life is a
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to bring up. So, remember when they're driving to go finish the job and like Abigail's just like, I'm not going to Princeton. My dad's not an architect and my mom's not a kindergarten teacher. I made it all up. First of all, who asked? Like, who asked?
She might
I don't-
die.
I really don't understand how that, like, was a valid plot point that they really decided on.
I really would have loved it if, like, she just was like, yeah, my dad's not an architect and my mom's not a kindergarten teacher. I'm actually like a descendant from some badass witch hunters. Like, that would have been great.
Sure.
And honestly, the only reason to bring it up.
It's a plot point that took you more than 2 seconds to think of.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't used.
It's and she just pulls out like, oh yeah, so I know how to handle this. Like, that would have been so fucking cool. And they could have done the movie the exact same fucking way.
We don't get any other further context, though. She's just like, oh, my dad's not an architect, my mom's not a kindergarten teacher, and this van is home sweet home. I'm like, are your parents alive? Are they dead? Like,
what is the significance to this situation?
What's the shits, Abigail? Because I feel like you owe us some truth at the moment.
Absolutely. Like, Abigail, you want to pull over and let's talk?
Is there a reason?
Like, what's the problem here?
Being a little scants on the details here.
Absolutely. So I don't get that at all. And also, we really didn't get any type of backstory from Hutch at all. Like, we got the fire thing.
Yeah. That's
really it. And like, we got the
abusive dad thing.
The abusive dad thing. And we got like that scene where he showed all the burn scars on his back.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
And the star, by the way, Hutch was a JoJo.
Yeah, I was about to say JoJo.
So Hutch was a JoJo. So remember when they pulled out the album with the two little kids?
Yeah.
That looked exactly nothing like either of the two people.
It's pretty funny.
It was supposed to be.
It was like a little blonde kid, and the dude had red ass hair.
Oh my god,
it's ridiculous.
So I just this whole fucking movie was so ridiculous. And then like we talked about the fucking Frankie Muniz like eyes from above scene with Hutch in the fucking in the house.
Oh, when he's
like,
playing the video game and directing him through the house.
Oh my god, so funny. And then
I was cry laughing that whole time.
And then he saves Abigail by just throwing a bunch of roses like bah.
He tuxedo masks.
Tuxedo masks his way in. And like then at that moment they realize they love each other and they just make out.
Yeah, that was so fucking weird. What a strange trauma bond kiss that was.
I can't, like, what the fuck, man?
Also, like, hasn't it only been like 2 days?
They've known each other for like
it's 2 days, and she just confessed that she's been lying to you this entire time.
Which, to be fair, is not a long period of time to be lying to somebody.
No,
you know what I mean?
But when it's like my life is a lie,
but like nothing hinged on the fact that she was going to Princeton or her dad was an architect. Nothing hinged on that information, so the lie didn't mean anything.
It was just so I guess for plot they could be like, well, you could have returned to your perfect life.
What plot?
What?
There is no plot. There's no plot to this movie.
It's just
it's an extremely loose set of points.
The plot for me is that Frankie Muniz was there.
Frankie Muniz. True.
Yeah.
Like, Frankie Muniz was the plot. I was just the man. I hope he makes it.
Yeah.
Any scathing reviews of the ending, Colton?
Oh.
Please, so we can then hear Zach's notes.
God. So I'm just gonna end my scathing review with, at the end of the movie, they show everyone distributing mass copies of Stay Alive, and isn't the whole, like, the witch is dead at this point. They killed the witch.
Yeah.
They burned the witch. And they did the whole thing. They did the whole ritual. They did the nails, they did the witch, they did the burn, they did that. The witch is gone. So why is the mass distribution of Stay Alive a scary thing?
I think it's because Elizabeth cut a deal with Konami before the ending.
The real scary part is she'll never live to see the money. Oh!
The real horror was capitalism all along.
Believable.
Oh my god. It's just such a bad movie.
Terrible.
But like, it's charming. It is very charming in a way where
That's kind.
It is kind, and I'll say it was charming in the fact that it entertained me from start to finish, and it entertained me in the way that it did not intend to entertain me. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's kind of like The Room in that way. It wasn't supposed to be a comedy, but
you can't compare the two. One is a masterpiece, and this is hot garbage.
The Room is not a masterpiece.
We'll talk after this podcast.
The Room is like, if this is hot garbage, like The Room was liquid garbage. Like it was molten, smoldering garbage.
Philistine.
Oh God! All right, Zach, I want to hear your notes.
Okay, I'm gonna read this as if it were a document from start to finish. All right.
I was already.
I will say that I prefer Rain's notes to my notes, but this is all I have, really. We've already recapped this movie twice, so there's no really reason.
Yours are definitely like little sharp. Like Rain's was like a whole experience. Yours are like little sharp kidney punches, and they're funny.
Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to freeze this movie. Okay, all right. Stay Alive, 2006. Half a star out of 5.
It was a movie.
It sure was a movie.
It certainly was a movie.
Opens on horror gameplay. At that point, I was like trying to actually take notes. Fatal Frame reference?
Yeah,
sick.
Not bad.
Pig mask sex? What was this scene? What was the relevance? I wish I had nightmares about video games. Zippo lighter in 2006. Same fucking scream sound used over and over and over and over and over again. The Foley artist for this movie should be shot. Apparently the video game works on the ring logic, and the dad from This Is Us dies within like the first 5 minutes. Silent Hill 4 reference. Bosses should all let people take off just for exchanging video game tips.
I agree.
Taking candids at a funeral is a pretty dick move. Camera lady seems like a dick. I'm expecting to be given all of Colton's games when he dies.
Colton's brother going to come give you all of his games in a bag.
This is Matt just with a garbage bag full of Star Fox. Quote unquote real gamer. Come on. Rain, I'm right with you because I have this note right here. Who the fuck washes Solo cups?
I'm still thinking about it.
It's so stupid.
Okay, do you remember the scene where he rings the doorbell is ring, or like there's a knock on the door and he looks through the peephole and then Frankie Muniz pops up? I just have Frankie Muniz jump scare.
Frankie Muniz jump scare is definitely not something I thought I'd ever see, but here we are.
This is my Cinema Sins moment. Game is made by his boss? What glaring plot hole. List of sex puns from dude in dumb hat. Yikes at this man. That's Phineas when he's wearing that stupid fucking knitted hat. Elizabeth Bathory reference and theme. So yeah, that's something we didn't talk about. Elizabeth was supposed to be like a real person, Elizabeth Bathory.
Yeah, like she was just this
a very famous serial killer, yeah.
Yeah.
So this was the scene where the boss is playing in the office alone, and I said, shut the door, because the fucking ghost appears in the hallway, and he's just sitting there, gaming.
Oh, yeah?
And then he's like, all right, fuck it, time to pack it up and return to my miserable marriage, like, you know, and then he locks the office door, he goes to the elevator, and then it opens up again, so I wrote, never mind, leave it open. And then he gets stabbed, and I just went, wait, what? Like, did you die? Whoa! Who could have predicted this? Like, literal good cop, bad cop. Dumb hat guy is way more of a dick than camera girl. I forgave Abigail by that point because he's just like, dude, I know you've been through a lot, but you're like really freaking everybody out. And I'm like, what are you talking? This dude literally just said you're scaring the hose in 2006. Like, Jesus Christ. Frankie Muniz, best character.
Oh yeah,
exactly correct. Library ghost. G4 reference. Hutch believes game kills people, refuses to believe in actual person Elizabeth Bathory. For October's death, not her death, but Phineas's death scene, worst cry acting I have personally ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah.
October switches up on Hutch real fast. They killed Frankie Muniz and brought him back. Ending sucked.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
There is my life before and after I watched 2006's Stay Alive. And I really would do, I would spend a genie wish to go back to the time when I did not watch 2006's Stay Alive.
Oh my God.
Have a happy fucking Halloween, everybody.
Valid. Just real valid points, you know?
Oh, man. I kind of like, there's a part of me that wishes this game was real so that I could start the game and then immediately SD and just, you know, remove myself from this life and restart in a timeline where I haven't watched this. Oh, my God.
What I would like to say about this is, so you guys know this, I'm a very big horror fan. Like, I love horror movies. And this was just one of those things where I literally sat there waiting, and I was just like, so when does it get scary?
Yeah.
When does anything happen? I think the Frankie Muniz jump scare might have been the scariest part of the whole movie.
The second I saw the pig mask sex scene, I'm like, there isn't going to be a single scary part of this movie, is there? And man, was I correct.
You were right. You were right.
I'm done.
Wow.
I'm dropping the mic. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Stay alive or don't. You do you. Man. Wow. Wow.
I guess I'll just cut to the ending.
Please do that.
Please do.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Shout out to Fluffy Kuma Puma for asking us to do this.
Man, I think I might block you from the Twitter.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
Tune in next week where we talk about something else.
Oh, God, it'd be a mercy.
Anything else.
Oh my God.
Wow.
All right, I seriously have to go at this moment, so good night, everybody.
Good night. At least Frankie Muniz lives.